Mercedes owners, dear subscribers, Happy New Year 2021, Happy Holidays and everything you celebrate. This is my first video in this year, and in this video we are going to be talking about the idle control valve, as I promised. In this video we are going to be talking about the steady idle. Now, to achieve steady idle, we need a good working ICV, the idle control valve. But that's the last thing in the row we have to do before we achieve this steady idle. Why is that so? Okay, I don't want to repeat that again. We need the ignition to be fully operational. Then we need this, and this. Why is that so? Because KE-Jetronic is a mechanical injection system, and as such the pump must be fully operational. It must be capable of delivering the pressure we need. Then we have the fuel pressure regulator that must maintain that pressure. The injectors, a very important part of the system. And we need, of course, the fuel distributor that must deliver the equal amount of fuel to each of the cylinders. And the last thing, of course, the sensor plate that must not rub the edges of its housing. As you have repaired every of and each of these parts, now we go to the electronics. We need the O2 sensor, because the O2 sensor starts operating when the engine is warm. Afterwards, we need the potentiometer that has to fine-tune the position of the sensor plate. And now, the thing you must check concerning the throttle lever. This thing can get clogged over the years of accumulation, the dirt, and then it won't move as it should. This one does, it's okay. And then you will have to lubricate the pivot points. For example, this one and this one here. Everywhere where there is a movement. And that way, for example, you can press the throttle lever like this, and you depress it, but it won't go as it should. Here, like this. Like this, a bit faster, but it stuck something like this, and okay, it's different at my mechanism, and it stops like this, and it won't touch, for example, this little wheel. Then you will have to lubricate this lever in order for it to touch this little wheel, or you won't get steady idle as you should. As you depress the accelerator, the accelerator lever touches the micro switch, and as the micro switch is being pressed, then it sends the information to the ECU that the car is on idle. As the car is on idle, then the TPS has to report that the throttle is fully closed. And now, as the throttle is fully closed, the air goes into the airflow meter. It can't go through the throttle, and it bypasses, goes into the second hole through the breather hose, and then it goes into the ICV. And the ICV then does its job. It maintains the constant idle, both when the engine is cold and when it's warm. But now, the thing I wanted to tell you now is that in my second part on this system, here I will post you the link here, up here, the card, where you can watch how to repair what. I said that you have to take a battery and to get that sound, that clock. Well, something like that, but I'm not happy with this explanation. Now, in order to know if your ICV is fully operational or not, you can know when your engine is cold and you start it. As you start it, the ICV has to raise the revs between 1000 and 1200 RPM. And then the RPM should fall to between 750 and 800. If that doesn't happen and you get constant idle of 1200, for example, that's one sign, the first of them, that your ICV is bad. The second one is if you, for example, start the car and everything happens as it should, you get 1200 RPM, and then the RPM fall to 700, and you turn the steering wheel to the right, and the engine stalls, or to the left, no matter. That's it. The ICV is okay. Or if you have automatic transmission and you shift in D and the engine stalls. That's the clear sign that your ICV is bad. The good thing is that you don't have to replace it. You just have to disconnect it. You have to take off all those hoses to disconnect them from the valve, and you can take it off. I had one question how the ICV is got off. How do you get it off from the engine? Well, you see, as the connector is like this, you just take it off, then you take this hose off and you take that hose down. One more you take it off, and then you just take off the valve. It's stuck in this rubber hosing, and that's it. And that hose down connects the idle control valve and the airflow meter housing. It's very easy. That's it. As you take it off, you can soak it in diesel fuel, for example, leave it overnight or for some 3 or 4 hours, and then you can clean it with Q-tips. Or you can soak it in diesel, and after some 3 hours you take the valve and then you clean it with a carb cleaner. But be careful. As you take the valve, for example, just a second. And as this is the valve, for example, never take it like this and then you spray the carb cleaner, for example, because you will damage it. Always like this. Put it like this and then you spray here so that nothing can go here in this mechanism. And then, as you spray, you won't believe what a selfie can serve for. Okay, now back to the topic. As you clean your valve, then you can clean it with Q-tips then, and leave it overnight to let it dry. Afterwards, you mount it back to the vehicle, and that's everything. Now let me tell you one thing concerning the ICV. Now I'm going to give you the specs, how you check this valve. video, I would like to tell you something else. Yes, there were my subscribers and other people, I don't know if they are my subscribers or not, they have been asking me about the duty cycle and about the mixture. Remember, I'm going to repeat this once again. Remember, don't touch the mixture screw. And if you have to do that, don't do that with a common multimeter. Use the duty cycle capable multimeter. Because when you pop up the hood, you will see a sticker. On that sticker, it will tell you how much the engine must make oscillations. You will see something like 50% plus minus 10%. That doesn't mean from 50 to 60 and 40, back to 40. No. 10% from 50 makes 5. So you want these oscillations to be between 45 and 55. If the engine doesn't oscillate, if the multimeter doesn't oscillate, then you have a problem. Somewhere in the system you have a problem. Remember, you can do that with voltage thing, but this is more accurate, and you need a duty cycle capable multimeter. I didn't believe I'll tell this at once. Duty cycle capable multimeter. A bit of joke. But okay, listen to me. You won't regret. Listen to me and you're on the wrong way. I'm just kidding. A bit. And that would be it for this video. If you liked this video, then like it, share it, comment it, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel,
please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified when we post new videos.
And till some next time, happy Mercedesing. Bye.
Hey, wait! Have a great day.